I actually think it's a shame they don't call it broadcasting. It's live streaming. Well, but it's still a broadcast.
And they still call it,
Yeah.
The kids call it, instead of filming, they call it video.
I hate that word, video. You want to tape it? Let's tape it.
Roll tape.
Rewind? Let's rewind.
Roll tape. Be kind. Rewind.
Be kind. Rewind.
No, that was a movie.
Yeah. That was a saying. That was a slogan.
No, yeah, the sticker would be on the tape.
Yeah. So last segment in the A block, we talked about a lot of stupid people. You know. Not Dave Coulier.
Yeah, not stupid.
But the dude who how did the copy go? The new Stevie Wonder of the roadway.
Yeah.
That was such a good joke.
I'm getting a lot of slap back.
From me?
Well, it's me coming back at me. But yeah, it's definitely coming from you.
If it's you coming back, it means this is too loud. Then.
That might be it.
All right.
As long as I'm not tripping your mic, I guess.
I don't know. Let me
Long as
go
you
into
can...
the audio settings, reduce mic background noise is on, echo cancellation is on.
You should be good then.
Yeah, sorry, man.
All right. That's okay. It was going to be a problem when I start reading.
Yeah, I got you. Is it still there?
No, we're good.
All right, we fixed it.
Yep.
That's what I do. What do you think of this logo?
I kind of dig it, man.
I dig the shit out of it.
I like the monster with the mask on. That's pretty slick.
Yeah.
It's like a germ.
It's a germ. That's what it is. It's a virus. We're the media virus. It's a virus. I don't know why the virus is wearing a mask. And its ears are apparently down below its jaw, because that's where its headphones are.
No. That's part of the mask.
Is it?
It looks like a respirator mask.
I thought those were earphones.
Well, they kind of do look like earphones, but they're placed like they're part of a respirator mask.
That's true.
I did also think that with your painting.
Yeah, look at this. Is so nuanced.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to that. I
The
really
nuance of AI.
I really dig it.
How it interprets the Media Virus podcast. I enjoy it. All right. Well, speaking of things I enjoy idiots, and I enjoy it when idiots have ideas. And Popular Mechanics is has a series that's like basically Ask Anything.
Mm-hmm.
And some idiot asked, "Hey, how come we don't just rocket all of our fucking trash to the sun?" And what do you think, babe? Is it? Oh shit!
I mean, let me stink. The air's...
Actually, the sun stinks.
All by itself.
Yeah.
Fire and brimstone.
From what I understand, the sun smells pretty bad already. You know? So
why can't we just launch all of Earth's garbage into the sun? That's a hot question, folks. And just like your in-laws' holiday fruitcake, it's one that just keeps resurfacing. Scientists say it's not cost feasible. John Crassidis, some rocket science hotshot, says it would take a lot of fuel to yeet your trash 93 million miles. Translation? It's more expensive than a Kardashian skincare routine. And the stakes
You're the master chef.
And the stakes are high. If your junk misses the sun, it could come back as flaming space litter. Like Florida doesn't have enough problems, folks.
Right.
But let's just say we managed to pull this off. Wouldn't the sun be our ultimate cosmic? Would our sun be the ultimate cosmic landfill? Well, sure. If you want to turn the solar system into a trashy reality show, imagine Martians 200 years from now digging through flaming human garbage. Ew. Is this a Kardashian candle? Crassidus suggests...
AI really doesn't like the Kardashians.
Doesn't seem. Crassidus suggests future tech might solve this. Trillions upon trillions of dollars later, we could be sending banana peels into space like some intergalactic Donkey Kong. Until then, our great Pacific garbage patch will keep auditioning for biggest dump in the universe. Let's not even talk about the trash at the moon. That's like sweeping dirt under the galactic rug. Or on Mars. Come on, we can't colonize the red planet and turn it into a cosmic version of New Jersey. For now, humanity's best bet is to recycle, reuse, and dare I say, reduce. Otherwise, we're one Futurama episode away from literal garbage apocalypse. Stay trashy, Earth.
I chose this image specifically because the sun was not only wearing sunglasses, but had the American flag in there, because I feel like this is a genuinely American idea. Like, we've got all of this shit.
Hey,
let's just fucking throw it in that big fire in the sky. Yeah.
Yep. Burn it.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing I don't think anybody thinks of. Besides the fact that anything's going to burn up before it gets there.
Yeah. Close proximity, it just burns. Yeah.
Right. It's not going to make it into the sun. Mm-hmm. But let's say something did make it into the sun. We don't know what that would do.
Yeah. What if
you would think it would just be like throwing, a piece of paper into a fire, or a mosquito into a fire.
Right.
Something very, very.
What if it causes a problem?
Right. What if it causes a problem? That's my big thing.
We're having sunspots now. It causes all kinds of havoc down here. I mean, the northern lights are pretty once in a while, but I mean, there's radio black.
But we're not supposed to see them in fucking Delaware.
Right. Well,
You're not supposed to see the northern lights south of the Mason-Dixon line. Ever. We did.
You're not south of the Mason-Dixon line.
You are. You're close to it. You're close enough.
I'm very close, yeah.
But you see that. My point being is you live in fucking Delaware.
Right.
Okay. For what most people consider the most northern southern state.
Right.
Okay.
Or the most southern northern state.
Or the most southern northern state. We have that title.
We were neutral.
Right.
Ish.
But we have both of those claims.
Right.
Right. We're not as much assholes as our neighbors to the north, but we don't fuck our cousins like our neighbors to the south.
Sure.
What is this about?
I forget. What was I talking about? Oh, we shouldn't be able to see the northern lights.
I mean, it does happen from time to time. There's solar storms, and we're at the height of the solar
storm season.
Yeah. It runs on a several-year cycle, and we're at the height of it right now. And that's why we keep seeing all these solar storms that get ejected from the sunspots. Right.
But the point is, I don't think we need to fuck with it more. We don't need to be jettisoning our waste. Because the next thing we start doing trash, they're going to start doing toxic waste. And then what?
The fact is, to build a rocket to lift enough trash to make a difference and make it far enough away from Earth before it fell apart, it's such an expenditure. It's just dumb.
Well, yes, I believe that too.
There's no money to be made in it. Now, if it was a lot cheaper to go to space, I'm sure there would be it would be a problem we'd have to chase.
Speaking of chasing, Babe, have you ever heard of the winds of Uranus? You hear the winds of Uranus every once in a while, right? You've never heard the winds of Uranus. Like,
the hills are alive with the winds of Uranus. Oh, nothing wrong with the both of us.
That's why we do this.
And NASA has a problem. They've been blown away by winds from Uranus. A space odyssey. Good evening, cosmic connoisseurs. TMVP here. And boy, do we have a gusty story for you. NASA is grappling with a problem that's, well, blowing up in their faces. All that wind coming out of Uranus. I know, shocking, isn't it? Back in 1986, Voyager 2 paid Uranus a visit and found its magnetic field as chaotic as my Aunt Patty's dating life. Intense radiation belts, missing plasma, and an overall vibe that screamed...
Babe, do you remember when Voyager 2 visited Uranus? No. You weren't even born when Voyager 2 visited Uranus.
I'm glad you mentioned it.
I just forgot that you were so young.
But here's the kicker. Scientists now believe that all those quirks may have been a result of solar wind compressing Uranus's magnetosphere. Basically, Uranus was having an unusually tight squeeze during the flyby. Researchers claim this squeeze only happens less than 5% of the time, so Voyager 2 might have caught Uranus on a bad hair day, or should we say a bad gas day? If the spacecraft had shown up... If the spaceship had shown up a few days earlier or later, it might have seen a calmer, more collected Uranus. Instead, we got...
I prefer a calmer, more collected Uranus.
Seems legit. Instead, we got the planetary equivalent of a chaotic morning after Taco Tuesday.
Actually...
NASA wants to know... NASA now wants another crack at Uranus, don't we all? to observe it under different conditions. They hope to answer pressing questions like, does Uranus really smell like?
What do you think Uranus smells like, babe?
I don't know about you, but I think the answer is blowing in the solar wind. Let this be a reminder, folks, even in the vastness of space, timing is everything. So here's to hoping our next visit to Uranus won't be such a whirlwind.
I think we need to collect more data to find out what Uranus smells like. I would like to know what Uranus smells like. I'm curious to find out what Uranus smells like. What is that Uranus? Is the wind from Uranus refreshing? Or does the wind from Uranus smell terrible?
This, Justin, I have audio on this, Matt.
You do?
Yes, I can tell you what Uranus smells like.
Okay.
Shit. In space.
It smells like shit in space.
Did I tell you the story that I just read?
Thank you for that.
I just watched a video about it.
So, yes, while you're on my podcast, you're watching videos and not paying attention. Please tell us what you saw.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want me to talk more about Uranus and the shit that it smells like?
I would look.
Sorry, I didn't participate on that one.
It's all right. Go ahead
I
with
was
you.
compelled by this video.
I just want to thank you.
There's like dams in whatever ocean, river, lake, ocean this is, and the salmon can't swim upstream because there's a dam blocking them. So they built this like tube sucker thing that sucks the fish to where they're supposed to be on the other side of the dam.
Wow.
So they're helping the fish like fucking live.
That's awesome.
They can suck 5 fish at a time per tube.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again?
No.
Please. I'm sorry.
They call it a salmon cannon.
Wow. Okay, I've got it together now.
What's that?
I've got it together now.
There we go. Cannon, baby. It looks like thing shits fish. All right, so yeah, here's the damn. We don't need to hear this. That's terrible. But it's just a.
Oh, they're shoving the fish in though.
Yeah. Well, it's about the other side. I don't know why that's so fucking funny to me. Why is that? I don't know. I don't know why that's funny.
But they're shoving the fish through. They're not. It's not like the fish are like, I want to go over there. Now, I've got a link.
Can't go over there because there's a dam in the way.
But I saw something similar to this where there was a passageway to get around or through a dam for fish, and the problem they were having is because it was kind of a tunnel and then a chute, that when they would come out the other end, predators eventually started to figure out, if I wait here, an unsuspecting fish is going to swim by and I can just eat him.
Just imagine some bear, like you're a fish and you just see this.
Right. That's exactly the problem. So what they did is they put a gate up and a couple of cameras. So there's presence detection on the one camera. So when there's a fish waiting at the gate, the doorbell rings.
All right.
Or, well, basically, you can go on and watch the webcam, and when you see a fish, you press the doorbell button, and one of the employees at this dam will be alerted to go and open the fish gate for a little while to let some fish through, because there's fish waiting.
Or we could just not have built the dam.
Well, you need the dam for whatever the dam's for. Do you think men just built dams for no fucking reason?
I mean, yeah.
No, we put dams wherever the fuck we were. Well, no, we put them where we need them for electricity. Sometimes we just need a lake.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh fuck, you know what we need here? A lake.
Lake Mead.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes you need to produce hydroelectric electricity.
Oh, they do that at Lake Mead too.
Yeah. So there's.
Yeah, are we doing a Big Daddy's for the bed?
Well, we have others. You want to do big? What's the next story there, Mike?
The next story, it's a silly space story with a TMVP twist. Space mice invade the ISS. Astronauts fight back with tape and a toothbrush. Good evening, space enthusiasts. It seems that while NASA may have solved the problem of zero-gravity burritos, they're still struggling with an even more elusive menace, space mice. No, not the cute ones with whiskers. You're not about to hear a tale of astronauts sharing their ship with rodents. Instead, these space mice are tiny floating particles, also known as microgravity gremlins, that have been causing some serious headaches on the International Space Station. According to sources, a recent space mouse malfunctioned an important switch. What did our fearless astronauts do? Well, instead of calling pest control, they got creative, using tape and a toothbrush to fix the problem. Yes, folks, a simple toothbrush, which I assume was used in more ways than one. It became a tool of choice for zero-gravity repair work. Forget duct tape. It's space tape that holds the universe together. Now, if you're wondering what they didn't just call a tech, keep in mind that in space, help is only a phone call away. If you've got a satellite phone and you're willing to wait 20 minutes for the signal to get back to Earth. But hey, when you're stuck 250 miles above the Earth's surface, sometimes a little creativity and a good toothbrush is your best friend. So next time you're fixing your Wi-Fi, remember, NASA astronauts are literally floating above us using a toothbrush to keep their equipment running. If that doesn't make you feel inadequate, I don't know what will.
Yeah. So apparently all this, little shit, if it's like something like
But yeah, it's
Bottom of your shoe breaks off.
well, it's been up there for 30 years.
Right?
So anything that created dust,
Yeah.
just the act of being a human in space, your skin will slough off in flakes, which creates dust. And that shit collects around on stuff in microgravity because it never settles until it gets to something that has a static charge or gravity that pull it in.
So that's a bigger problem than you think it'd be. But who knows? I don't know. I'm just talking while I'm trying to do something else.
I figured. I'm staring into the space rat that you've got pictured up here, or space mouse, I should say.
That's right. That's neat, isn't he? He's cute.
Yeah.
He's a mutant space mouse with only one tooth.
Now it looks like they're trying to reach out and brush his teeth.
It does, that single tooth. And then some of them have actually wings in the back there.
Yes, they do.
Those are flying mice. Those are not bats. Those are mice with bird wings.
That's spectacular.
There seems to be a mouse stuck in a tube on the left.
Okay,
if you were to follow the mouse's arm, it looks like there's a mouse being sucked into a tube.
It does. It sure
his
does.
entrails are coming out of his anus. So,
whoa.
Yeah. I'm surprised Big Daddy hasn't joined us just yet. You know, it's well, we've kind of plowed through, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we have. You want to insert a Big Daddy asked question here?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna do something a little bit different because guess what? There isn't.
There's not a Big Daddy asks?
Number 44. No, there is not.
Wow. I thought there was more than that up there.
So, well,
It's been a while since I looked.
I've been searching. They're always marked BDA space the number.
Right.
And there is no 44.
Huh.
So what we're going to do is I've gone back and found the most, this is number 15.
We're going back to an old Big Daddy asks?
It's an old Big Daddy asks. I don't know.
A rerun, if you will.
Yeah, right. Just to, let's revisit some of the old ones just because we don't have a new one. That's
sure.
Right.
Big Daddy asks.
Here's an interesting one. Can friends have sex and still be friends after? Not talking about friends with benefits. I'm not talking about acquaintances. Can friends have sex and still be friends?
I feel like on TV, like people are still friends, like on Vanderpump Rules and stuff.
Well, I think that's why he's asking it, because on TV it seems to work.
Yeah.
But in real life, like I don't understand thruples. Like there are legitimately.
100%.
What? Explain. Why do you understand thruples?
Because they're in a two-person relationship, in a traditional relationship. Sometimes the partners can't be there for each other because they're either going through their own shit, or they're fucking just busy, or like life. And then so just as like a nice little backup, there's someone else that's there. Like I think you think of throuple as like it's a threesome.
No.
All the time.
No, I don't. I really don't. I think because like you're my wife. If there was another person, what would they be? Like, why do I have to fuck them? Right? So, my wife's boyfriend? No. No, I would just be kicking his ass every day. You know what I mean? Like and if there was another woman in the relationship, like, how do you not get incredibly jealous? Do you understand what I'm saying?
I mean, it's just you have to have the mindset. Two partners.
I don't want that mindset. That's right.
It's not if you understand. I mean, it's not that you want a throuple. So you're trying to understand why you would want to.
Right. Like I find it, and don't take this the wrong way, and I don't mean it to come out this way, but like, it's hard enough being in a relationship with one person.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. To think about, like,
If you're doing it right, it is.
yeah, like as much as I fail at delivering your needs, is as much. I mean, I think about it often. So I couldn't imagine disappointing another person all the fucking time.
Seems like too much to take on, doesn't it?
Right? Yeah.
Seems like a lot of work.
But that wasn't even the question. The question was, can friends have sex and then go back to being friends? I think if we have any kind of consistency, I would think that you can, but you got to really be mature. You got to really, and you got to know, you got to work at it.
I think that if you're just doing it once, because he's saying it's not friends with benefits. I think that if you're doing it once, like, there's a couple of things at play. Either it wasn't good for one or both of them, or I don't know, they're just really mature and they just don't think about
Right.
it.
Like if you,
Or there's overreaching
wouldn't
reasons
you
why
go
they
back?
probably shouldn't.
right. Why wouldn't you just keep fucking if you know what I mean? Like if both of you had a really good time and enjoyed yourselves, you would do it again. So
It would take a special kind of friend.
it absolutely would. It absolutely would. I think you and I could fuck and we'd still be friends.
Oh, is that what you think?
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Why didn't I understand this conversation was going here?
You didn't even see that coming.
Like I was going to try and back you off of Erica a little bit if you didn't. And wow.
There you go. All right. Well,
The lovey-dovey. Hold on, just because it's still in my head. I feel like when I think of a throuple, and maybe just because this is what I'm familiar with, because that's like people that I know have this. That's what they've done. It's like the girl, the third is the girl's girlfriend, or the woman's girlfriend, the wife's.
yeah, but if you're bringing her home, she's my girlfriend too.
Yeah.
You know. So, but I get what you're saying. Yes, it's usually the woman that swings. If a woman swings both ways, is where you get a throuple where there's two wives, right? And I don't know if it's evolved or if it's just really low self-esteem to be like have another dude fuck your wife.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? I don't know if it's like, oh, that guy's really like progressive or that guy does not respect himself at all. Right? That's the same thing.
I don't get it.
Right. I don't get it. I don't get it either. But
I'm not real good at sharing.
no, me neither. Especially stuff I really like and especially things I fuck.
True dat. True dat.
Speaking of things that you fuck.
Oh my goodness.
Well, not really.
I
But,
changed my socks this morning. Oh, what?
I changed. Did you stick them on a Vomit Comet? And
I can't say that I did. Good evening, Space Cadets. It's TMVP bringing you breaking news about humanity boldly going where no man has squirted before. Scientists recently uploaded some semen and sent it on a ride aboard the Vomit Comet. Yes, you heard me right.
Just
This
that is
wasn't-
a comet, and it's a spaceship or it's like an airplane in a low orbit. It's a low falling orbit.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's just so you know, because you're leaving. I wanted you to. We lost her.
Okay.
So you know.
You heard me right. That was wasn't your typical bumpy flight. This was an experiment to see how our little swimmers handle the ups and downs of zero gravity. Turns out sperm doesn't love being weightless. The microgravity reduced the motility and vitality, meaning space sperm is about as effective as an uncharged Roomba. Scientists say it could spell trouble for baby making in orbit. So much for spreading humanity across the stars. At this rate, we're stuck with close encounters of the limp kind. 15 brave volunteers donated their launch fuel for the experiment. Their samples were strapped into vacant seats aboard the plane because apparently even seamen needs a ticket to fly these days. After a wild ride through hypergravity and microgravity, the little guys returned to the Earth for analysis, probably more shaken than stirred. Now let's talk implications. If humans want to colonize Mars or get down and dirty in a moon base, we'll need to figure out how to keep sperm functional. Otherwise, the future of humanity might involve a whole lot of Netflix and absolutely zero chill. Scientists are calling for more studies, but I'm guessing they won't find volunteers lining up for the next mile-high infertility club. So if you're dreaming of becoming the first parent in space, maybe hold off on those zero-G Kama Sutra plans for now.
Zero G.
Yeah,
Well, this was their second time trying it. The first time, the girl accidentally swallowed it, so they came out with a different. They came out with a.
They had to sneak it on.
What's that?
They had to sneak it on.
Yeah, well, she walked up to the space station just like, "Woo, woo," and got on. But yeah, the zero G shoved it right down her throat. So.
Huh.
I didn't do Big Daddy's joke any justice, but I think I verbalized it.
What do you think would have happened if they sent him up in her kitty?
Oh, you want to see what would happen if you send a kitty up into space?
It's not exactly what I asked for, but I like
I know it's coming.
Matt's going to show you what a kitty full of semen looks like in.
I don't know if it's full of semen. You know, but well, let me get to the. So the U.S. Air Force wanted to see what would happen to a cat in microgravity, and I find it pretty entertaining because this is for science. Like somebody said, "Hey, what do you think happens to cats in microgravity?" And they go, "You know what we're gonna fucking do? We're gonna fucking find out, and we're gonna fucking."
This your lucky day, boy.
And we're gonna fucking videotape that shit. So in 60 years, two idiots can watch it on the internet.
On their audio show.
So you can on their audio show. So you can what you're doing now is watching those two idiots watch three idiots play with cats in microgravity. And here it is.
In these experiments, you can see the disorientation resulting when an animal is suddenly placed in a weightless state. Cats, when dropped under normal conditions, will invariably rotate their bodies longitudinally in midair and land on their feet. This automatic reflex action is almost completely lost under
Look at that cat.
weightlessness.
He's like, what the fuck? He's got no idea what's fucking going on. And all these fucking idiots are just watching the cat.
That's fantastic.
It really is.
Um,
Hang on, we're gonna
In these
watch this
experiments-
again. We don't need the.
so,
But go ahead.
so yeah. Can you imagine that it's your job to put that flight suit on and strap into the parachute?
What I like is like it looks like they're in their dress parachute uniforms.
And well, they're not in parachute uniform. They have the parachutes on for safety because if they have to bail, they're wearing it.
Yeah, fuck the cats.
Right. But can you imagine you've got to go put that uniform on to drop cats? All right, boss, what are we doing today? You're going to get on this airplane. You're going to put your
Okay.
parachutes on.
All right, parachutes, got it.
There's some kittens in there.
Kittens, what are we doing with these kittens?
When we turn the cameras on, you just pick the cats up and drop them.
Pick,
the
pick
cats
up
up.
cats and drop them. We
Yep.
drop them out of the plane? That's
No. Just in the plane. You're just going to pick them up and drop them in front of the camera.
just in the plane. We're just going to pick cats up.
Well, while you're doing that,
Okay.
I'm going to call the pilot up in the cockpit.
Yeah, all right. And we're going to,
And I'm
Then
going to
what?
say, okay, initiate parabolic flight.
parabolic?
Yeah. Parabola, big curvy line, right?
Okay.
So I'm going to have him go up really fast, as high
Up fast.
as high as we can,
Okay.
and then level off and immediately dive straight down at the ground
Huh.
until
And
we actually escape gravity.
okay. And
And
what?
we should get about 90 seconds of this.
And
Max.
why are we doing this to the cats?
Have you ever seen a cat in microgravity in person?
No.
You won't be able to say that this afternoon.
I was hoping that you were going to say, because we need to find out what the cat's going to do. And I was going to say, I can tell you what the cat's going to do. That cat's going to freak the fuck out.
Which is reasonable. I mean, that seems to be what
Because
happened.
that's what the cat, the Air Force didn't need to do that.
No.
I feel like I could have told you exactly what the cats were going to do.
Yeah.
That's what cats do.
Right.
Because the cat, they're
He's
like,
trying
oh,
to
I
wait
wonder
it.
what the cat's going to do. The cat's going to freak the fuck out and try to figure out which way is down.
His reflexes are not kicking in the way they're supposed to, and it's freaking him out a little bit.
Right. Not only that, but there's nothing to reflex to.
Right.
This is like, you got to figure it out. Reflex, and there are his reflexes were there. He was like, "What the fuck is going?" He was like,
And then
swimming.
he realized he couldn't tell if the ground was up, down, or sideways. It all
I
looked like
think it was the moment when he saw his own asshole, he started to panic.
I'm pretty sure I'd be upset if I saw my own asshole.
You start to panic.
Right?
Even if you expect it, you're just like, "Oh my god,
That's my asshole.
my asshole." So
I thought I saw my asshole once. I was throwing up. I thought I saw something a little round and furry, but
oh yeah,
it wasn't my asshole, so we're okay.
that's good. I like this thing.
I kind of figured you did because it didn't go away, and then
Yeah, I just dig it. I think it looks cool. All right. We have plowed through B block.
we have.
We have. We are we? Wait. Let me make sure. We out of stories? We're out of stories.
We're out of stories. I got no more copy.
No. That's it. We can go through and appreciate some of these graphics.
They were fantastic this week.
I do enjoy this one where they gave Uranus an anus.
Yeah.
and the wind is coming out of Uranus's anus.
It sort of looks like a Death Star.
Yeah, it kind of does, but it's Uranus's anus is what I can gather.
That seems to be a butthole.
Yeah. This I just got from a news story.
That's okay. That's fine.
This is my favorite.
Singing
We've explained it. This was from. Now, AI did provide me with a picture.
Right.
Slides in PDFs, but it doesn't. What are those pictures?
You may have to drop it on a slide first.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Anyway, they did provide me with a picture, but it was like, why use an AI when there's the actual picture?
Right.
Although the Tesla had an actual picture, I just didn't like it.
Yes.
There was a real picture for that. I just thought
Yes. It was taken from a highway cam.
Yeah, I just think this one's better. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think instead of continuing to drag this out, I say we should end it. Wait, regroup in C block and come out fucking firing. What do you think, Mike?
Sounds like a plan. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on the 211th B block of the Media Virus podcast. We will be back with a C block right after this.
We don't really have any bumpers of Big Daddy.
Stop.
Straight.